and welcome to Dysfunctional Dialogue. I am John McParland, and I am with today my beautiful wife, Debbie. Debbie McParland, welcome to the program, or welcome back, as it were, Debbie.
Thank you.
So, Debbie,
Thank you.
We're going to do this fact or fiction, or
Okay.
things that we've heard through our lives that may or may not be false, and maybe some other things that you may or may not have heard through your life as well.
Okay.
You ready to roll? Okay, let's see.
I am.
All right. We're going to start with some easy ones and very popular ones, right? Like
Good. I like
eating
easy.
too much sugar. Eating too much sugar makes kids hyper.
Okay, that's what we heard in the past. We've since learned otherwise.
Well, yeah, supposedly, but come on. I mean, we've had so much anecdotal data that is just screaming that makes kids crazy, right?
I remember I was babysitting for my brother and one of his friends. I don't know where my mom had gone, and I was babysitting for them, and they were, and I'm not kidding, like tearing through the house. And I grabbed them and I was like holding Peter, and I'm like, you gotta calm down. And I'm looking, and his eyeballs were so dilated that I could not see the brown and the blue of his friend. I don't remember who his friend was, and I mean, there's no way you can tell me that, oh, no, that's not.
Well, how old were they? Did they stumble into some illegal drugs or something?
I actually thought that. I was like, do I need to like talk to mommy about like, are you doing like, and now like, he was like 7 or 8 years old,
okay, so no.
He was a kid. He was little.
Yeah.
But I think
Peter's
it's the
clean.
opposite. As you age, then it becomes like it counters. Like if I have anything with sugar, immediately I need to take a nap. I'm like, oh no, I can't. I'm not kidding.
I think we always immediately need to take a nap. That's all that is.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Let's look at this list here. How about washing your hands with hot water is more effective than cold water for killing germs? Is that true or false?
I don't know. But
what's your guess? We're playing a guessing game. We're a knowledge game.
My guess is that it is. It is. And you cannot tell me otherwise, because I'm still going to wash my hands with hot water. So,
see, I was particularly pleased to ask this question of my wife, because she's always wanting hot water for everything.
I know.
But no, the answer is no. There is no evidence that shows that hot water will make your hands cleaner than cold water.
But
no evidence at all.
It does soften the grease on dishes and pots and pans. It does do that. I remember after a holiday get together at your mom, when we were still getting together at your mom's house, and your mom took a baking pan. It was like turkey or ham or something was cooking in it, and it was a snowy day, and she put it outside, and I think she put snow or something in it, so that everything like kind of froze inside the pan, so it was easier to scrape it off. I remember her doing that.
Okay. That sounds like
we can't do that around
move.
here, but what?
No, not as much. I said that sounds like a wise move.
Mm-hmm.
True or false? Bananas are radioactive.
True.
Really? They're radioactive? Like dangerous?
Not dangerous, but I think it's true. Am I
right?
It
is true. You probably have to have like you probably have to have like 1 million bananas for it to affect you. So just don't eat 1 million bananas and you'll be fine.
Okay.
I think you'll have some other problems if you start eating 1 million bananas.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about sharks existed before trees? True or false?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's see. What is it? We know sharks go back a long time, but it's trees, right? You think it's true? I'm
going to say false.
Wait, is it false or true?
I'm saying it's false. They did not exist before trees. So I'm going to say
false. They did. Sharks
Wow.
appeared 400 million years ago. Trees showed up 350 million years ago. Sharks were cruising empty coastlines, is what it says here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I should have
Yeah.
known by you when I went, and you were like, yeah. I should have known
Got
that
her.
it was a true, not a false.
All right, let's see what we got here. True or false? You lose 40 to 50% of body heat through your head. So it's better that you wear a hat or something to cover up your head to keep the heat from escaping.
That's true.
It's false.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that's false.
No,
heat loss is rough.
That
heat
is
loss
true. That is
heat
true.
loss. Go ahead. Give
That
us
is
the
true.
counterpoint from.
I can't
no
tell you
data
how many
supporting it.
times keeping the head covered is important.
Heat loss is roughly proportional to exposed surface area. The head only makes up about 7 to 10% of the total body surface area. So that's how much percentage you would be losing. 7 to 10%.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a surprising one.
Yeah.
True or false? Honey never spoils.
True.
That is true. Boom. Nice.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure
Unless
about that.
you-
I knew it had like an incredibly long shelf life. I didn't know if it just never spoiled. I guess
Unless
probably in a
it's the-
glass container though.
Yeah, and unless it's the crap that you get at the supermarket, that's like more
Right. It's got to be
sugar.
real honey, glass container, sealed properly, I'd imagine. Probably not like,
Yeah.
Open in the air and, bugs crapping in it. If I had to guess. Probably not so good for honey
Not so good.
or for,
No.
or for you. All right. How about there's more trees on Earth than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy.
False.
The Earth has 3 trillion trees. The Milky Way galaxy has somewhere between 100 and 400 billion stars.
Wait. Billion. And there's, see,
Yeah. There's
No,
trillions
and
of trees and only billions of stars in our galaxy.
and I heard somewhere that there's more galaxies. There's more galaxies than there are grains of sand on Earth. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but I'm only saying the Milky Way galaxy. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the one galaxy.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
each of those grains of sand galaxies has roughly a few hundred billion stars in it,
Yeah.
as a guess based
How
on
many
ours.
trees?
But how many trees? I don't know how many trees. Probably a whole lot of trees,
Oh,
maybe not anywhere near as much as our ratio, because we're definitely in a sweet spot here, that Goldilocks zone between the sun and some wonderful things that were happenstantial that got us to where we are right now, including you and me here on this podcast at this moment.
yes.
Think of the
yes.
confluence of events that brought us here to this moment.
Yes.
All right, how about keeping with the sky? How about the moon doesn't spin or rotate? That's why we always see just the one side.
That's true.
It's false.
That's true.
It's false. I'll let you hang on that for a second. It's false. The reason being is it spins proportionate to ours. So their actual response is the moon does rotate, but it completes exactly one rotation on its own axis for every orbit it completes around Earth. So it's always facing the Earth. It's pretty wild. It's an interesting thought, right? All right, what else we got here? We're going to do another true or false.
Okay.
All right. Some turtles breathe through their butt. True or false?
Oh, God. That's probably true.
It is true. Some turtles
Oh.
do indeed breathe through their butts. Let's see. I'm probably going to bastardize this word here, but cloaca respiration. Specific sacs absorb oxygen from water. Useful during hibernation.
That's lovely.
Well, it
That's
kind of does
So wait,
make
is
sense,
it
right?
just they
Because they are
breathe through-
amphibious.
So they stick their butts out of the water.
No, they're sticking their butt in the water. It's actually their butt sort of like,
It's like,
those sacks are like the gills of the turtle, I guess, for putting it in one weird way.
give their
Yeah.
lungs a break.
Imagine that breathing through your ass.
No. That's
And,
disgusting.
I wonder if they. I
Ew.
wonder if. I
Do
wonder
they
if frogs.
smell through their ass too?
I was gonna say, I wonder if they fart through their mouth when they're doing that.